Hello and welcome to the Fabulous Food Finds tasting. This is the tasting that goes along with the Festive Tasting Box, which I think is officially the heaviest box so far. I think that is definitely a record. But unless you've opened it yet, you won't realise what's making it so heavy. Quite a little intriguing thing in there, which was a bit of a weird one for me to put in, but hopefully you'll understand why I did it. So if we haven't met before, my name is Katie Truss and I am the founder, the one woman behind Fabulous Food Finds. And I set Fabulous Food Finds up because I absolutely love sharing the finds that I come across for my work with the Good Food Show, with like things like the Great Taste Awards. I have lots of lovely relationships with lots of small and food and drink producers, and I love to champion them and be like their cheerleader. And I set the boxes up back in 2021, I think, probably inspired by, you know, the kind of things that people were doing in lockdown. And also I live in North Norfolk, so you know, we don't have like big, you know, lovely, well, we have a Waitrose, it's about 20 minutes away. We don't have like the lovely food halls, like I don't have them on my doorstep. So it's a really amazing way of finding like food that can then be like distributed across the UK. Like you know, you can kind of buy things online and things like that. So yeah, my way to share my finds. This is the Festive box, and I really do love this box. It's the one I really like have to think about the most. I'm like, right, it's got to have a festive vibe, but I also don't want it to be like Christmas cake and mince pies. It's not like your traditional hamper. It's things that you can use over Christmas, and also things that you can use like going into well, the whole winter season, because I do these boxes every 3 months. So this one is kind of seeing us through from this festive period and also hopefully through those dark months. So hopefully bringing a bit of joy. We have got 2 guests definitely joining us tonight. And then with the others, because it's such a busy time, it's kind of hard to get people live, and I've been a bit with the Good Food Show. I always plan this like to do it like the week after the Good Food Show, which I really should not do because it's just way too much all at the same time. And everyone, after being away for 5 days, everyone needs me, and then I come home and I destroy the house and turn it upside down, like packing all these boxes. So what was my point? Yes, I love thinking about it. I love getting all these products. Oh, and the guests that are coming tonight. So they're going to come later on in the evening. So it gives us a chance to kind of go through the products, and I'll tell you what I think makes them special. If you've got any questions, feel free to, you can either use like the raise the hand thing, but just you can welcome to. I'm watching most of you, so I should be able to pick up on it if you want to say anything. I also really welcome your feedback, ideas for like how you'd maybe use something, and yeah, let's get in the festive spirit. My daughter just said, why don't you play some like Elton John in the background? Let's step into Christmas. But I think if I did that, I'd probably have a copyright issue. So I was like, no, we'll just stay festive. It'll just be me talking. Cool. So if you haven't already opened your box, please grab your box. Sorry, Kath and Tanya, that yours hasn't arrived. I was explaining with the boxes, I pay for 48-hour tracked, which means it should get there in like 2 to 3 days max, but because it's not guaranteed. So sadly, we can keep an eye on it, and I'll send another one out if it doesn't get there soon. Right, so if you open your box, the first thing you'll probably come across, which is probably the easiest thing to go to first, is the crisp. So if you haven't seen Brett's crisps yet, they're not like a small British local producer. They are from France and Brittany, but I just keep seeing them in lovely specialty shops, and they just taste so good that I had to share them. And I have included the tartiflette flavour, which if you've never had tartiflette before, it's a French Alps like traditional dish, which I did a ski season in 2025 where I spent like 6 months in the Alps doing like taking like ski groups and things like that. Not, I didn't take them on the mountain, I wasn't good enough, but I would sell them like après ski events and like recommend restaurants and things. And tartiflette was the like speciality of the area. So it's potatoes, it's onion, it's bacon, and this reblochon cheese, and it is just the most delicious kind of combo. So the crisps you'll find are super crispy. They mostly are ridges. They also do a butter flavor, which is absolutely divine. But yeah, Brett's crisp. I don't. Has anyone come across these? Are these a new find, or are they? You find, okay, they are really, really good. So they sell them in like Gerald's, which is a Norfolk kind of department store. But we have them quite places, but they do things like there's a goat stew one that a lot of people love, but I'm a bit adverse to goat stew, so not my thing. But the tartiflette, I think you'll find what they source. I think they source from about 300 kind of like local farms to them in the north of France. So it's all kind of like very sustainable. It's a family business. It's obviously quite big. All natural flavorings, like the best potatoes that they can find, and to say like kind of like keeping the ingredients like all natural and really good. And I hope, and they're cooked in sunflower oil as well, which is nice crispiness. But yes, the Brett's tartiflette, and I'm hoping if you like this flavour, then the big heavy thing in the box, you might be inspired to use it for a tartiflette. Yeah. So they're the Brett's crisps. I would absolutely recommend them. They do want a camembert flavour. There's a red, like a pepper flavour, but if you see them, they're worth getting, and hopefully you'll enjoy these. I'm not sure. I looked at them. You can get them on Amazon, but they were like, I think they were about £38 for like 10 bags or something. So I'm sure I'll have a little dig and see what I can find, like the best place to buy them. But yeah, hopefully you like it. Thumbs up to Brett's crisps. Good. Cool. Right. So I said about the inspiration for that, and I will tell you. Actually, we're going to go. Actually, I'll go on to it. Sorry, I'm changing my mind in my terms of my order. I always do this at the show as well. I'm like, what? How will be next? Okay, so top, probably like right or bottom right of your box will be this mayo from Umami Bros. So if you've had Kewpie mayo before, it's kind of a Japanese style, like umami rich mayo. So it's made with like the yolk, more yolk than like whole egg. It's got a range of vinegars in it, so it's not just kind of like white spirit vinegar. So you've got rice wine vinegar, cider vinegar, and then the whole thing is all about kind of like bringing umami flavors. You've got yeast extract in there, there's a bit of sugar, mustard flour, turmeric, and a bit of rosemary as well. But what it should be is like a really nice savory mayo, probably good with the crisps. Yeah, so these guys, if you remember curry, we put some Bombay mix into the last box, curry sprinklers, and they were part of this Fortnum and Mason, almost like a kind of bursary, kind of like championing really, really small producers. And these guys got the chance to have a listing in Fortnum and Mason. So it was one of their first kind of like retail stockists was Fortnum and Mason. So they're currently on sale in there, and they're also still there. So that's quite a nice kind of accolade that, you know, Fortnum, if it's good enough for Fortnum and Masons, it's good enough for our festive tasting box. Really good for obviously dipping, mixing with things, you know, if you've got like a hot chili oil, that kind of thing, just to move things down. But the Umami Bros, they're three friends, and they're all from different kind of backgrounds, but it was a lockdown project, and they with the supply of Kewpie mayo to food service, like it really like stopped. So they're like, right, well, why don't we make a British version of the Kewpie mayo? And yeah, So umami bros, and obviously dip crisps. You could also put it with roast potatoes, maybe. Sushi. That's the kind of main thing that it goes with. Is like rice bowls, ramen, that kind of thing. So the Japanese style mayo. Umami bros. What else do I know about? One of them still works for Gillette, so they're all kind of like working in different kind of areas. I'm trying to. You have to go back to Fortnum's now, Rish. I loved your picture before when you went back to get the curry smugglers. I wish I had Fortnum's on my doorstep. I would totally love to
It's
be
on the
there.
train line back in the office, so you know.
Oh, handy. One year I went with my family and we spotted Ronnie Corbett there, and he was buying cheese, and my brother-in-law is particularly like untactful, like completely just was like, quick, try and get a photo. So we've got a tiny picture of Ronnie Corbett buying cheese in Fortnum. I'm sure they have lots of people in there though. Okay. Anyway, so umami bros, and that's their Kewpie mayo. Any other ideas I kind of come across with things like this, I'll put into the Facebook group as well. Cool. So that's umami bros. Let's move on to these. Cool. So Olives Hotel, and this is their pigs in blankets kiln roasted nuts. Olives Hotel are a brand that you'll kind of see a lot in delis and farm shops. They've been around for a long time, and the founder, Giles, I met him probably at one of the first trade shows I ever went to nearly 20 years ago, and his whole story was that him and his partner went out on like a motorbike kind of journey, like traveling the world, and they brought back all these flavors. So the little chili rice crackers that you get, you know, the Thai ones, like the puff chili crackers, they were the first ones really to bring them to the UK and share them with people. And like Olives really getting them into delis, they were the first people that really did it, so kind of pioneers in the world of delis. And this is one of their newest things. So these are their smoky and bacony, but they are suitable for vegans. I don't know how they get the flavour, to be honest, but let's have a look. So they've put in smoky bacon flavour seasoning, yeast extract, sugar, rice flour, onion powder, smoke and paprika, and some spice and sugar and virgin olive oil. And I think that they're just, I mean, the only problem with them is the jar's not quite big enough, is it? But there was no more room in the box. But yeah, so they're a lovely mix of cashews, they are peanuts and almonds, and I think they're just like a really lovely savoury. They also do pouches of these, so they do a hot honey one, so that's pretty trendy at the moment. They do what's the other one? They do a Christmas pudding one, which I thought would be, I don't know, maybe a bit controversial. But I thought smoked bacon, because we've got, yeah, good flavours. What do we think? I did have a jar that was open that I would have been able to share with you, but my dad decided that he really liked them, and while we were packing, he finished off the box. So in the pot, oh, actually, I've got a tiny one left. Let me try one. Yeah. Anyone like these? Anything to say about them? Anyone not like?
I think they're absolutely lovely. I wouldn't say they're pigs and blankets though, but that's maybe after the crisps that my taste buds are not recollecting it.
They're probably going for like you know, that kind of bacony, salty, smoky flavour, along with the sage in there, that kind of like sausagey kind of flavour. But yeah, definitely like smokiness and a savouriness. It's probably trying to be a bit kind of festive. I know they sell a lot of these for hampers, like Christmas hampers. But they've done I spoke to when I reached out to Giles, because he I've interviewed him before on stage as well, and he's kind of, you know, he's a really great founder. They work with their delis really, really closely. Like they give really, really good customer service. They do loads of lovely snacks. I think they do. I keep seeing this crispy duck flavour nuts as well, which would be quite nice. And just like lovely olives. They do an incredible olive oil as well. They do a really good range of olive oils. Olives et al. Yeah. Right, so that is number. I'm not going through it. Sorry. If anyone, I've got. You've obviously got your menu in your box, which shows all of the like a picture of what it like the item, and then a little description. On my website, if you use the QR code to that page, I've made a list, and all of the links to their websites are on that page, so you can use that to go through to their websites. I've not kind of like called for like discount codes and things like that, but if anyone did want to share them, I will do that. But I think a lot of them have, you know, when you sign up to their newsletter, like you'll get like a 15% intro discount anyway, like a 10%. So if I was a cleverer person, I'd probably, you know, get those codes so that we can track it back to me, and I'll be like, yay, I've got you loads of sales. But I'm just can't do it all, can you? So yeah, we're not doing it in the order. I did it A to Z on that sheet of paper. But if we tasted A to Z, our taste buds would be in a mess. So we're going in an order. Right, so I'll show you what the really heavy thing is now. And there is a best before on it, but hopefully you understand that best before for a fresh product, you don't really need to worry about it. Like as long as it's, you know, kept cool and dark. I'll get this out. Surprise, surprise. Oh, Kenny, you don't know what these are. I'm so excited. So they are potatoes. They are roasting potatoes, and they are from a brand called Harry and Percy's. The farmer himself delivered them because he lives in Cromer, and their HQ is kind of Spalding area. They're also based on the Sandringham estate, so they're kind of a bigger brand, but also quite local. They specialise in kind of as like they do potatoes and carrots, but their kind of specialism is kind of knowing what goes where, like what should be used for what. So these particular potatoes be really fluffy. You'll get a really crispy outer. So I mean, roast potatoes for me are I don't know if anyone remembers the first tasting box. We had a roast potato oil, which was absolutely gorgeous. Do you remember that? It was like a garlic, smoke, and rosemary oil, and that would be amazing. Like you can get ahead. I don't know if anyone freezes their roast potatoes, but you can definitely kind of get those pre-parboiled and like either whatever you're using, like goose fat or I picked up a new one at the show actually from Sublime Butter, who are doing this like roasting fat, and it's got like beef fat. I think it's got some lard in there. It's got like amazing butter. It sounds incredible. So yeah, the roast potatoes. The only problem with these, obviously, like they are part of your box, but if they get to the point that, you know, the best before I think is the 10th of December, but hopefully, and if you don't know, like best befores are just kind of a guide, really. He said they'll probably be great until Christmas. So you got the roast potato oil regularly now. Good. I like making those kind of introductions. It's good to know. So yeah. So what else was I going to say about these? So I was like, should I put potatoes in the box? I think yes, why not? Like, you know, we should all be having more like natural kind of like, you know, avoiding UPFs and things like that. And actually they're probably like a branded potato like that. I think they're like £2.75 a bag, so they cost a little bit more. But actually to be able to try them like this, it's a great way of trying them without kind of committing to it. And I'd be really interested in your feedback because I think they are really tasty. a link. It sounds so. The potatoes or the potato oil. The roast potato oil is I'll say it and then I'll put a link in, but it's Ross and Ross Foods. Yeah. Ross and Ross, and they also do like a Brussels sprout dust and a pigs in blanket dust as well, and a ham glaze. That's what we put in. There was a ham glaze, and there was we did a barbecue salt as well. Actually, I really like their stuff. But the roast potato oil is really good. It's like it's a rapeseed blend, but it's got there's like smoke and rosemary, garlic. I think that's like But they are the roast potatoes. So I would like to know what you do with them. And actually, you could put them into a tartiflette. So if you are inspired by the crisps, it's a really lovely winter dish. Like literally, like the potatoes, onions, bacon, and then put the slices of the cheese on top. You don't have to use Reblochon. You could use any kind of like just trying to think of a different cheese that's kind of a bit like it. I mean, any leftover cheese like cut onto it and then baked. It's just gorgeous. So hopefully that's a thumbs up. I mean, they took up so much space in my house and they've been so heavy. I've literally got muscles from like lugging the boxes around. But what is Christmas without a roast potato? So, and with the like dip it into the umami bros mayo. There's also another product that they'd be really good with as well. So I'll tell you about those in a minute. Right, where to now? Don't want to rush too quickly.
Fixing it with another one from an old box, Katie. I'd probably put it in ghee.
In the ghee, yeah. Oh, there's probably going to be another ghee coming up soon. Yay! Shy clapping. It's not a flavored one. Oh, you got your mashed potato oil. Amazing. Charlotte Cheshire is just showing the oil. Thank you. What was I saying? Which one did you go back to just now? Oh, the ghee. So clarified butter. And it's a really lovely lady. Actually, the sister-in-law of the curry smugglers man, Steve, she makes incredible ghee and she'd really like to share it with you guys. So, and it literally, I opened it up and it smells like caramel and it's just like this lovely buttery ghee. Really good for you. Watch this face on that one. Great. Okay, so let's go on to this other savoury one that I was going to talk about. So I put this on like my LinkedIn, but I did pack 49 boxes. And if the seal on your box is questionable, it's because I had to open up 49 boxes because I forgot this in 49 boxes. So I had to go back and repack lots of them. So this is Miam Jars, and it's a lady called Rachel, and she's from New Zealand, and she was a trained chef. She makes these amazing jarred products. So preserves, there's she does pickled mulled grapes. This one is her mushroom exo sauce. So if you've ever had exo like from a Chinese restaurant, it's kind of a shellfish based really punchy, deeply savory I'd say condiment or like ingredients. You can put it with lots of things, and this is her mushroom version, so it's it hasn't got the seafood in it, but it's this amazing combination. She does these pickled mushrooms as well, and these are kind of the not waste, but like the cut-offs, because the mushrooms are really gorgeous, you know, like the little enoki kind of like pretty little like clusters of mushrooms. She puts those in them, which make really gorgeous decorations. Or decorations, you know, like they look really, really good for presentation. This can be used on all sorts of things. So the Ivy Asia were using this on their bao buns, and you could dip dumplings in. If you want to have a taste, I'll have a little taste of this. Oh, I haven't opened this one. So just spelling it, you've got, I think I'm getting a cold. The lovely kind of like, you've got vinegariness, you've got the mushroominess, you've got umami coming through, there's sweetness. And if you taste it, it's probably better used kind of like, obviously with other things, it's hard to kind of taste things as is. And it's got some heat. Well, that one really has got heat, actually. I didn't realize it was quite so spicy. I've been given it, I tasted it at the Good Food Show, and I don't think I realized how hot it was, but maybe this is just this one. But yeah, that's got a huge, like, kind of punch of flavor. It's what else have we got in there? I'll tell you which other spices are in there. Oh, it's great for stir fries. So if you just want to like add in with like soy sauce and things like that into noodles, you can put what else does she say to do? The ultimate stir fry sauce, great on noodles, and love it as a marinade on protein. So literally just put your, you know, chicken in there and then put that in with stir fry vegetables, that kind of thing. So it's the mixed mushrooms, onions, red wine vinegar, garlic, nori, which is the seaweed, so you get that umami from that. It's got gluten-free soy sauce, and then brown sugar, Chinese spice, which when as soon as you read it, I can really taste that, and cumin, chili, and salt. I think that's just like a really flavor-packed jar. You could mix that in with the mayo and dip your roast potatoes into it. You could use it as a dip as well. Any other ideas of what you might do with it? Julia, you usually
How
have.
about like a risotto or something? I love mushroom risotto. And I think that might lift it as well.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful flavour.
Yeah, it's got really good flavour, hasn't it? What else? Soup. Yes. Yeah. Any kind of like, just like a noodle broth or something, like a, you know, Asian style kind of soups, you know, like a chicken noodle soup or something, that on top just to mix it in. Really good idea. I'm sure she's got loads of other ideas. She also does a date and olive chutney. There's a few different things she does, just really gorgeous products, and they're all really pretty in these jars. This is the darkest one. They're all like really bright colors. And she does this on the side of working for Citizens of Soil, which is a really cool olive oil company who support like women's she was telling me about it at the Good Food Show, and I should really have listened more. But basically, the olive oil industry is completely male dominated, and they support kind of like women to kind of like take on and inherit like olive groves. So yeah, it's a really nice thing. But that's not the company. She works for them. This one is Miam Jars. Right, you're back. Cool. Keep me on track. Next. Oh, let's keep savoury. So we got a festive mustard. Now, I don't love mustard really, and I'm not really into horseradish, but that shouldn't stop me from sharing it. And actually, this is like it's a kind of whole grain, but slightly blended, so you can see the grains in there. I'm trying to show so you can see. And this is from Monty's. And I'm a little bit guilty of not sharing enough of like local Norfolk, and these guys are a brilliant producer. So they've got Essence Foods, which is like these gorgeous jams, and then Monty's is their mustard range. So if you're into mustards or know someone that is, they do some incredible mustards. So I'll start with this one, which Jamie had today we had pork chops for lunch because we had them to eat, and he had that in a sandwich with this mustard. So this is the whole grains, and you've got vinegar in there, you've got some rapeseed oil, and that will be local Norfolk rapeseed oil as well. There's brown sugar, so you've got some sweetness there. You've got some salt, you've got ale and port, so that kind of just like lifts it all. But I think that's not too hot. It's got a really nice heat to it. You could make like a really lovely potato salad with that, like with the mayo as well, like mix that in. Just on like with hams, like great for, you know, Boxing Day with bubble and squeak. That is our tradition, bubble and squeak, and cold meats and things. So that would go nicely with them. So who's a mustard fan and who likes this? Good mustard? Ah, Tanya, I think you will like this when you get to try it.
Definitely with pork chops.
Yeah. You could stir it into mash as well. That's a nice way of using mustard, isn't it? And because you've got the whole grains in there, you'll really see it. Really nice. And so they do I think it's called, I don't want to get this wrong, I think it's called Bandersnatch. And I think, is that from Alice in Wonderland? Maybe I might have got that wrong, but it's a name of one of their mustards. It's a really sweet kind of fruity mustard. They've got like a traditional Norfolk kind of like English mustard, and then they do quite a few different ones. So it's a really nice. They're not obviously not just for Christmas. And then recently there's a company called Bray's Cottage Pork Pies who are quite well known. They're about to retire. A lady called Sarah has run it for years. They actually won a bursary, came to the Good Food Show like about 15 years ago, but they were about to give up. And then this company, Essence, bought them out. So they've got Monty's Mustards, Essence Foods, and now have Bray's Cottage Pork Pies as well. But yeah, 12 days of Christmas mustard. I think that's a really nice one. Cool. That is your mustard. I am motoring through these. So where do we go next? Shall we stop and have a drink? Yes, and refresh our palates. Right, so we have got Rish, which is a hibiscus based drink. So all of her drinks have got pineapple. This one, I think this one's got ginger as well, and then they put clove as well. So she's of Nigerian heritage. She's actually been over there for a while, which is why she sort of hasn't been in the country. So did you know hibiscus packs more than double the antioxidant of green tea? Did not know that. It's my favorite flower, but I had no idea. It actually originated in West Africa as well. So that's kind of where she's pulling it from. She's got ginger in there. You've got tropical pineapple, and it's about 30% pineapple. I think 29% pineapple juice, a little bit of agave syrup, and then it's bubbly as well. So it's a nice sparkling drink. I'll tell you if there is clove in there because I'm pretty sure she said yes. So it's actually hibiscus powder. So you get the actual, it's not a flavoring. You actually get the goodness. Spicy pina colada. Yeah, that's a really good idea. That just with a tequila would be really lovely. It's that happy drink. I haven't had one for ages, by the way. I used to be quite obsessed with them in lockdown. Yeah, so Rish, they're brand new, hopefully coming to the Good Food Show next year. That's their plan. But yeah, beautiful hibiscus based drink. And it's beautiful and red. I don't know if anyone's poured any, but taste it. It definitely smells really tropical, doesn't it? And you get the ginger on the nose as well. And if you haven't been to one of the tastings before, like smelling is super, super important. Archie, have you tried this one yet? Or are you saving it?
Yeah, I have. I also poured it into a flamingo glass.
Oh, can we see? Oh, guys, we're really lucky to have Archie with us tonight. So Archie comes to the Good Food Show and has a really cool Instagram account called Archie B Cooks. That's right, isn't it, Archie? Yes. And he's doing lots of cooking. You've made a Scotch egg for the Spudman, haven't you? And doing lots of different sort of collaborations with brands and things like that. So super, super foodie. You've been on stage with Gennaro Contaldo, haven't you? And lots of the chefs welcome you. And yeah, part of the Good Food Show family, I'd say.
Thank you.
And you've got a tasting box, haven't you, so that you can try all them. And you really kindly made me a beautiful necklace out of sea glass, and I thank you so much for that. It's super, super kind. And I've got a beautiful pen, and I've got a beautiful ornament as well downstairs. So thank you. And I think watch this space for Archie, honestly, like it's going to be the next food star. Is that the aim?
Yeah.
Good. Look forward to watching you and supporting you. We'll all be cheering you on.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Anything to say about this? We like? Yeah.
I do. I think it's really lovely. I
I
love
really
this
like
biscuit.
the ginger in it.
What did you say, Archie?
I really like the ginger in it.
Yeah, it really comes through nicely, doesn't it? Alexandros, what do you think? You're a flavour king. Guys, Alexandros has joined us. He has got a tasting box, and he was the one, you know, that lovely saffron and honey and orange tea. That's Alexandros. You might recognise him. But now has a tasting box. Thank you.
Hi guys, sorry. I haven't tried it yet, to be honest with you, because I prefer to put it in the fridge first to be a little bit more fresh. So apologies. So nice to meet you.
I think you'll like this one. It's got a really nice spice to it, but also, yeah, I like it. Thank you. This is the thing with the tasting, isn't it? I think I would be like, oh, I don't want to drink it all now. And obviously, like, there's some things it's hard to taste. Obviously, we can't taste the potatoes while we're doing this. And there's some coffee in here as well, which I don't expect you to drink at nearly 8 o'clock at night. Cool. So that is Rish. They have got some really good offers on their website as well. So that would be a really nice kind of soft drink to have at Christmas. You know, so many people aren't drinking as much these days. And it's really nice to have like quite a sophisticated soft drink to offer something a bit different, like the hibiscus. I don't know whether I should be saying hibiscus, but I say hibiscus. It's such a beautiful kind of tropical vibe, and I think there's Woolery Forbes do a really gorgeous like tea as well, which is a similar kind of that hibiscus flavor, along with cloves. That's kind of a really nice kind of combo. Right, that would be really nice with gin as well, and vodka if you would like to drink with it. Cool. But yeah, nice. Probably like if you were drinking instead of a mulled wine, that would be quite nice as well. Cool. So, Rich, like, where should we go now? I'm running out of space. Let's go to this Christmas marmalade. So this is from Dorset with Love. These guys have been around nearly 20 years and kind of started as like very small kind of like operation. The guy's name is Carl. I can't remember his wife's name. I'm sorry. She started like, you know, she was really into preserving and wanted to kind of make her own business. So this is their Christmas marmalade, but they also do like a Dorsetshire sauce. So almost like a Worcestershire sauce, but like a Dorset one. Really savoury, loads of flavour like a Worcestershire sauce. And they won a 3-star in the Great Taste Awards from it. But I thought this is really lovely for Christmas. I love marmalade, just, you know, slow breakfasts around the festive season. And this kind of brings in ginger. There's some mixed spice in there. They're using dark brown sugar rather than kind of like lighter sugars, just for like more kind of, I don't know, like a kind of toffee, kind of butterscotch kind of flavours. And you've also got, so you've got, yeah, ginger, bitter orange, and then the mixed spice. So if you smell that, you get that lovely spiciness. Sorry, Catherine, Dad, yeah. It's a really quite smooth marmalade, so you haven't got like big chunks in there. I'll show you how this looks. Make sure I've got the right spoon. But this, I mean, if you've seen things like bread and butter pudding with, you could put marmalade and croissants. I mean, I would just put it on toast with loads of butter. I'm a massive butter fiend. On into glazing your Christmas ham as well, they recommend. Like I struggle to deviate from the Delia Smith like mustard and brown sugar, so we normally get like 2 hams, so we can be 2 smaller ones, so it can be traditional with the Delia kind of like brown sugar patted on and then crisscrossed with cloves, and then there's like room to be a bit more experimental. So I think this would be really lovely. I have got some nice chunks in there, but they're really cooked down, so not too kind of nice and soft. They'll probably spread actually, but really nice, like not too overwhelming in spice, but just really kind of yeah, not too bitter either. It's just a really lovely marmalade, and it's a really big jar as well. Like, you know, that mustard was quite small, wasn't it? But that was another heavy. That's adding to the weight massively. So that is your Christmas marmalade. Let me see what else they say. Perfect for your morning breakfast or even glazing your Christmas ham. Yeah, anyway, you'd use marmalade. Really nice. Has anyone tried that? What do we think? Thumbs up? Thumbs up from Archie. Good. I really like marmalade. I like sometimes I will have like a slice of Marmite on toast, and then I have to have like followed by a marmalade. I think that's the best. Get the savoury in, and then go in for the marmalade. I think that's going to be perfect at Christmas. Right, where to next? Oh, let me talk about the vanilla. So hopefully this has got to you in one piece. It nearly delayed the whole box because I took it up to Birmingham to the Good Food Show to display it, and it leaked a little bit. So hopefully yours hasn't leaked, but if it has, it's just that the cork is all sealed. Like, this is a special sample size made for you. The normal bottle is so beautiful. It's this gorgeous Potion de Vie vanilla. So this is a vanilla extract. So this, have a good sniff, but I had a little taste of this earlier, and it's not for eating, like just as is. It's very strong. It tastes amazing, but it's because it's in alcohol. So the one we've got is in rum. So it's been aged for well, they're aged between sort of like 12 and 18 months, the Potion de Vie, and it's aged that way because they don't want to use chemicals and processes to kind of extract the flavour. It's just sat in beautiful spirits as well. So when you have extracts, they're often put into kind of just nondescript alcohol, you know, just basic alcohol spirit, and so it doesn't really impart any flavour. So these are fine spirits, so they source like really lovely, like there's a this one is what did they use for this one? So we've got the rum, and then there's the bourbon, and then like the original one, which I think is just a kind of base spirit. That this one's got, it's a spiced Caribbean rum as well. So inside, I'll try and show you the other one, but if you flip it on its side, you'll see that you've actually got the whole pods in there. See if I can get one out. They actually, when you buy them like this, you actually get pincers, like tweezers, to get the pods out. So it's incredible. You've got like the skin, and you've got what they call the caviar inside. So this is like no ordinary kind of vanilla extract. So you'll want to use it for your baking, whipping into cream. I've completely forgot about it. I'll do this all the time. You know, when you've got recipes that you're like, you love, but then you kind of stop making them, you've made them too much, and then you go back to them. So I've just remembered I used to make a sour cream bundt cake, which is a really basic kind of recipe, like but really there's a glaze on it, which is vanilla with sugar and a bit of I think it's got the sour cream in it, but you pour it over the top of this kind of buttery, vanilla-y cake, and it's just so nice. And I just thought this vanilla would be incredible in that. And obviously you're showcasing the vanilla by putting the glaze on top, and you'd be able to see the seeds. And what else would we do with it? I put some notes here. Oh, so the way they do it, so it's grade A vanilla beans, and those vanillas pods have got, they say over like 300 flavor compounds. So you're going to be picking up on like caramelly flavors. Let's have a sniff as well. Like exotic kind of spiciness. Like it's just so comforting. So anywhere that you'd want to be using vanilla. I just need to do a little bit of sorting out here. Hang on. My little crazy brain and my desk are quite similar in that I've got things everywhere. So I've now get rid of the jars that we've done. I need to have a big declutter in the new year. I'll send anyone extras of things that I'm getting rid of in their next box. So there we go. Whipped cream, biscuits. Oh, put it into a hot chocolate, which would be amazing as well. Sorry, funny noise. Yeah, put a couple of like a teaspoon into a hot chocolate just to make a gorgeous kind of indulgent hot chocolate. It's what else about it that's super special? I think I've probably covered most of the things. It's from Madagascar. That's a main selling point as well. So it's like the best kind of vanilla. They source it from growers, like local family growers, and it's all ethically sourced, single origin vanilla beans. And I wish I could just get them out, but basically in there, so you'll need to kind of like pinch them out, but you can pull one out and then pull the beans out, like the little beans inside the pods out to use. But yeah, keep it upright, and I mean, if it has leaked a little bit, it won't be too much trouble. But I was going to wait for these wax seals to go on, but they didn't get delivered till Friday, so I had to make a call that I would keep it upright in your box. Hopefully it was tucked right in. But you can see, hopefully, and I don't know if you can really see it, but you've got the pods in there, and it's for bakers, like it's a very, very premium product. So this big one, it's $49.99, so it's not a cheap product. So it was really lovely of them to provide this little, like a sample size for you to try. Oh, the box was delivered upside down. It smells fabulous. I was thinking that, do you know what? If it was like the miso or something garlicky, I'd have been like, wow, no, I need to seal that up. But vanilla's not the worst thing to leak a little bit, is it? But it's super, super special. So I would love to know, like, if you bake with this, what you do with it. Have we got any baking plans that you could put this into? Anyone? Yeah, sharp.
I think it's almost too good to go in a cake.
Maybe. What would you do with it then? Oh, cocktails?
I don't know. Just straight in the cream.
Yes, straight in the cream.
Straight in the cream and eat the cream.
Oh, yogurt, porridge.
The icing.
Icing, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Have you got an idea, Archie?
You could bake it into some biscottis.
Oh, yes, you could. I tried one of your biscotti earlier that you kindly bought and made for me and brought to the show. They were absolutely gorgeous, but that would be a lovely way to showcase the vanilla, wouldn't it? These are amazing. I'll show you what they look like. These little round. So good. Good work. That's a really good idea. But yeah, simple biscuits. Trifle when you make it. Oh, put it into your custard. Yeah. Not that I would make homemade make my own custard, I'm afraid. That is the
Ice
step.
cream.
Ice cream. Yes. Stir it in with ice cream. We have extra thick double cream at Christmas to put with like Christmas puddings and things like that, and that in extra thick double cream would be amazing. And you don't really get like a lot of the kind of alcohol from it. Like I'm not a massive rum fan, but that is beautiful. Tasting notes from them is caramel, sweet, and spice. But that I would love to know what you guys do with this because I think it's gorgeous. And they, I'm sure, would love to know as well. So yeah, that's Potion de Vie, and that's their Madagascan vanilla. Hot chocolate, yeah, I did say that, didn't I, in my notes? Making sure I'm saying everything. Cool, so that's your Potion de Vie. And then let's go on to, oh, you've got your dates. Now, I would have loved to given you more dates. It's a tiny little box, but hopefully they're super special. I blew the budget. I couldn't afford to put more in, but I thought this was a really nice introduction. So this is Rhubarb dates, and these were one of my hardest decisions was which 2 dates to put in, because they source incredible medjool dates from Jordan and Palestine. And if you've not had a medjool date, they're really like plump, treacly, sticky, kind of like, I'm not going to say moist, but they're really like, they're not like dry dates. They're not juicy, but they are kind of like, they're plump. I love them wrapped in bacon at Christmas. That is one of our big things, like dates wrapped in bacon, and we have to call them I'm going to sound silly now, but delicious arabis, because we used to have the delicious arabis, which was in this tapas restaurant, and we always had some drinks when we went to this tapas restaurant for these delicious arabis. And so we had to say it with a lisp, and they're absolutely gorgeous. So with this like reduced down sticky syrup that we've never really managed to recreate, but we always do the dates in bacon, because you bake them. We have them actually like with sausage rolls around 11. So once breakfast is over and while we're kind of prepping dinner, we always have, but they do burn very easily, so be careful. So I'll open these ones. So the ones I picked, they source these dates, and then they fill them, they enrobe them in beautiful chocolate. And I went for caramelized pecans. So this is the medjool date, and then it's split down the middle, and you've got I guess it's kind of just, yeah, caramelized pecans. So they've kind of roasted in sugar, so it's all kind of gorgeous and crunchy, and yeah, just the perfect bite. Tastes like sticky toffee pudding. That's the kind of vibe from that one. And if you put these dates into sticky toffee pudding, that's an amazing kind of thing too. And then the other one I went for, this is called the Annie, and it is ginger inside. So you've got crystallized ginger, and then on top you've got another little piece of ginger and some gold flake on there as well. I'm going to bite into this so you can have a look inside. But I'm sorry that there's not a lot to go around, but yeah, they cost, I'll tell you how much they cost. So they cost me £3.30 for the 2 dates. So you can imagine like how much other things would put in the box. So I would have given you more, but hopefully if you like them, they do have some really lovely other ones on the website, and hopefully I've got the right choice. I'll have a taste. I won't have a taste. I'm feeling I'll chop one in half and I'll show you the inside. Otherwise, I won't be able to talk for ages, because dates do kind of coat your mouth a little bit, don't they? show you. Wow, what's inside there. So that's just split in half there, and you can see the gorgeous crystallized ginger in the middle there. I love chocolate gingers. My granny always used to, that would be her thing. Either the chocolate ginger, the biscuits encased in dark chocolate, or just chocolate coated gingers. And I one of the subscribers, I don't think they're here tonight, but Tom and his mum Sharon. Tom did a patisserie course at Florian Poirot up in York and Malton, and he brought me up some lovely chocolate covered gingers. So if you like them, have a look at those as well. So thank you, Tom. If you're watching this on catch up or here, you kind of inspired me there to choose that ginger one because they're so good. Yeah, and then you can really see inside this one anyway. But if you're not kind of familiar with these days, just get some at Christmas. Lidl do it really. I haven't bought any yet this year, but definitely need to. And wrap them in bacon. Right, so where to next? I'll tell you about the shortbread. Just making sure how many more girls I've got. Yes, okay, shortbreads. So this company is the New Forest Shortbread Company. And what you've got, rather than a box of one flavour, we've got 2 snack packs. So these are, I think they're deceiving because I think they look very professional. It looks like kind of big business, but they are a small business from the New Forest area. It's run by a lady called Tracy, who is I guess in the nicest way possible. Like, I'm not dissing her. She's an older lady, so she's coming up to her 70s. Really, or maybe in her 70s, and still running this brilliant business. So if you look really closely at the packet, it's everything on the pictures are kind of to do with the New Forest. So if you buy the boxes, it shows like there's pictures of the pigs in the New Forest and the ponies. This one's talking about the goshawk, or the predator. Like, they've got lovely stories. But you know me, and you know it's kind of taste has to be a big thing. It's not just about packaging. So shortbread, if you want to, I usually put shortbread into the festive tasting box because it's generally really like preservative free. So even the supermarket versions are usually butter, sugar, flour, and then kind of like flavorings and things like that. So although we bought one from Tesco, and my partner said this is different, and it has now got, and I googled it, and they're now putting rapeseed it's either rapeseed or palm oil in with the butter. So just make sure it's an all butter shortbread. And if you can support smaller businesses like this, that's better to do so as well. So it's all still handmade, butter, wheat flour, sugar, and a little bit of corn flour, and that just makes them really smooth. There's the original, and then there's lemon. So it's all basically lemon extract. I hosted these at the Goodwood Festival. They were down there, and we had raspberry. There's a coffee one where actually like coffee beans are ground up and put like straight into the shortbread. It tastes really good, and give you that kind of caffeine hit as well. And then we had raspberry. We did the a rosemary one. So if you're kind of like looking for something, it goes really well with cheese. So yeah, I think you've got a discount code as well. You should find a little card which has got her details. Cool. So I said we were going to be joined by some guests, and the first guest is Laura. Hi, Laura, from Tired Mums Coffee. So Laura has made has provided us. So if you grab your little bag of Alpha Steam coffee, which hopefully is a really lovely festive addition to your kind of beverages this Christmas. Laura, do you want to? So it's Tired Mum's coffee. Are you a tired mum?
I am a tired mum, especially today. It's been a bit of a crazy one.
Oh, thank you so much for joining us. So thank you for this as well. I'm just looking at the bottom, and it literally was roasted like on the 19th. So
Yeah.
I got this last week, and it was roasted last week. So I mean, I can smell it. It smells amazing. Do you want to tell us a bit about Tired Mums? What is?
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so the whole sort of concept was inspired by being a tired mum, really, and getting into coffee. So I started off reaching for an instant coffee just to kind of get through the day, and then moved on to pods, and then started sort of researching coffee. Because it became a ritual really throughout the day that I could enjoy no matter what was going on, whether work was crazy, you know, I was tired, etc. So the idea was to develop a range of coffees that you can enjoy throughout the day. So it's a bit of to encourage you really to have a nice ritual or a moment of indulgence no matter what's going on, and you can pick and choose from the range from a lovely morning coffee to a midday pick-me-up to got a lovely decaf in the range as well, and then a hot chocolate for the evening as well, or just when you want a little moment of comfort. And then our festive blend this year is the Alpha Steam blend that you've all got in your boxes. So it's been really popular actually. So it's a single origin Ethiopian coffee. A lot of the Ethiopian coffees I've had previously, they sometimes have a bit of a sour taste to them, but we found this one was really lovely, smooth option. And it's kind of festive in that we think it's got taste notes of apricot and butterscotch through it. Nothing too much, just a nice pick-me-up that you can enjoy kind of when the Christmas chaos is on, is the idea.
Oh, I love it. And it also says on here Lily, which
Yeah.
I mean, because coffee's like huge in terms of like flavor profiles and things, like literally thousands. Did you pick up on Lily, or was that kind of that?
Yeah, well, it's a very subjective sort of personal thing, really. So when we sourced the coffee through Kavoya, which is a specialty coffee importer, and through that they tell you all about where the coffee comes from and the taste notes they get. And then we do our own coffee cuffing, and then we sort of take the taste notes that we get from it. So Ethiopian coffee is quite often quite floral, and that's where the Lily comes in on this one.
Oh, I love it. I haven't tried it yet, and I'm so excited to try it. But I love this as well. It's it's a perfect size for like a box like this as well. And so how this is, can we use this in cafetiere? So what's the best way of using that?
Absolutely. So it's a medium. You can go a little bit coarser with the grind if you want it in a cafetiere, but we found the medium grind absolutely works in a cafetiere or a filter. This coffee is actually really lovely as espresso as well, but I would choose to make this in a cafetiere normally, and I feel like it brews really nicely in that method. So I usually make mine in a one person cafetiere, which is 3 cups or about 330 ml. So it's usually put about 18 grams or 2 spoonfuls into that, and that'll just brew you up a really nice strength cafetiere. It's just very simple. And most people, even if you haven't got a cafetiere, a lot of people have got one maybe hidden in the back of the cupboard that they've forgotten about, or you can pick them up really cheaply as a way to give it a go, really.
I was told once that a mocha pot, like a stovetop mocha pot's the best way of making coffee at home. Like, are you a fan of mocha pots?
Yeah, I love my mocha pot. However, I haven't used it that much recently because you do need to keep a little bit of an eye on them. And if I get distracted by the kids, etc. And I've got an induction hob. I've got a mocha pot that I've had for years. I always used to use it on the gas hob, and then we got an induction hob, and I actually bought a plate for it so I could keep using it because I got really attached to it because I just got it working just right. But yeah, I haven't actually got my mocha pot out recently, but yeah, they're a lovely way of making coffee. Definitely recommend them.
Good one for putting on your Christmas list if you want to get into it.
And they look really pretty in your kitchen as well. Yeah, nice.
So, and you're based in
Yeah, Wrexham. So just North Wales. Yeah, just near. It is in Wales, but just sort of near Chester, really.
Oh, and so you had a partner, didn't you, in the business? So you've recently gone alone as well, haven't you?
Alone, yeah. So we set this up together, 2 time mums together, and then Gemma left around April time, just purely because we were trying to juggle kids and NHS jobs with this as well. So really, this is a thing that she decided to drop, really, which is it's quite sad, but we're still friends. She stays really close to all of this, and she still helps me out at events, etc. But I did sort of take it as an opportunity, really, as well, just to kind of, like, I suppose, evolve things again. So we've upgraded the packaging, and the little mini sizes you've got there new, because we saw a little bit of a gap in the coffee market for that size, because a lot of the time the smaller size bags or the kilo bags, they kind of get put into a plain bag, and they're either the larger bags are for cafes, and then the smaller bags are maybe just in like a little plastic pouch. But we wanted to make them kind of look sort of similar along the range, really, so that they were a nice gifting idea, or rather than just in a plastic pouch. So yeah, things like that, they're new. The hot chocolate's new, and the big thing really was upgrading the packaging. So that looks really different to before.
Yeah, it looks so good. And so if once we've opened this, do we keep it out? Do we put it in the fridge? I think there's a bit of conflicting kind of advice on that.
There is a lot around that. You can put it in the fridge. You don't need to. I mean, the key thing is to keep it out of kind of really hot areas and sunlight, and to keep it airtight. But the new packaging that you've got there, there's a tear strip on it to open it, and then you can reseal it. So if you just keep that sealed once you've opened it, hopefully it won't last you too long anyway, because they're only small. But yeah, keep it sealed, and then ideally keep it in a cupboard, so it's not in sunlight or anywhere too hot. And that's all you need to do, really. If you do ever get into buying bigger batches of coffee, you can put it in the fridge, put it in the freezer. But if you're going to freeze it, I'd recommend doing it in smaller portions and freezing it and taking it out as you need it. But really, you shouldn't need to. If you keep it sealed and try and get it like fairly freshly roasted if you can, then that obviously keeps it for longer. And if you can grind your beans as you go, that helps as well to keep it nice and fresh.
Perfect. Amazing. Thank you so much. And yeah, can people follow you on the Instagram?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Instagram and Facebook. Got a website as well, and then we're on some platforms. We just launched on Holly & Co. So that's exciting, and some other places like that you can find us. But yeah, everything's on the website, and if you give us a follow on socials, that'd be much appreciated.
Amazing. Oh, thank you so much, Laura. I'm glad that
thank you. No, thank you for including us. We really appreciate it. It's a great opportunity for us. So thank you very much.
No, thank you. Cool.
Thank you.
Have a good Christmas.
Nice to see you all. Have a lovely Christmas.
And you. Thank you. Hi, Karina.
Hello, I've been waiting. But it was a really, really great coffee.
Oh, no, it's really good. Sorry to keep you. You literally
no
came in like a couple of minutes before. Thank you for waiting.
No problem. It's okay. Yes, so hello, everyone.
Karina's product. So we've been working our way through. So some people might have worked it out already, or
turmeric shots.
Blossom.
Blossom. I mean, I can tell a bit more perhaps about the brand. We make award-winning sustainable cold press drinks made from wonky fruit. What wonky means generally, we save the fruit from farmers who need our support and cold press it into juices. Also have different ranges like sparkling cans that are perfect as mixers, fruit waters, and health shots. One of those that, of course, you have received in your tasting boxes. What is really important really about the brand is that we never compromised on taste. 12 of our products won 12 Great Taste Awards. We also chose to cold press the fruit because it protects fresh fruit taste without needing to add flavorings, sugar, or sweetness. And in simple kind of words, we are here to fix fake fruit drinks. So no sweetness, no fake flavor, no concentrates. It's just real fruit. Real taste of real fruit, I would say, in that way. And you had a chance to try one of our functional health shots, definitely one of our best sellers for anyone looking for simple, effective boost to support their well-being. We have created a smooth kind of shot range that even people who, I always say that, who actually don't drink or are shy to drink ginger can enjoy it very easily. The one included in your box is our turmeric plus vitamin D shot. It's made with warming turmeric and a touch of ginger, and contains curcumin, which is of course a natural anti-inflammatory compound. I would say delivers a gentle spice 3 out of 5 kick, which is not too strong, which is obviously very easy and smooth to kind of, sip it in one go. And I hope you have enjoyed it and are keen to try some of our other ranges. We have 5 different ranges that you can find on our website, as well as on Amazon. But we are mainly kind of out-of-home juice business. So you are able to spot our Blossom drinks in your favorite cafe, restaurant, garden centers, and of course beyond that. So yeah, loads of different venues that you can also find Blossom at the moment.
Amazing. So you must have like really good relationships with like the kind of, to get that kind of wonky fruit. Like where does that come from? Kind of, how do you identify and source the wonky fruit?
Sure. So the whole idea really started back in 2017 in Wales. We kept seeing the Love Food and Hate Waste campaign by BRAP everywhere. And it stated that we waste 4.4 million apples. And it was probably like the biggest highlight that we have to do something about it. We already had some ideas, but I think this is when we kind of started, approaching farmers and really realizing what our issues are kind of. But the main issue, we couldn't get our heads around why a piece of fruit that isn't uniform in size, shape, or color could be wasted. And there are many different reasons, it's not only just aesthetically incorrect produce, it's actually overproduction, change in season. There's so many different reasons, consumers are actually buying not seasonal produce, which is, also has an impact on our farmers. We source our fruit within Europe simply because, oranges are not growing or citrus is not growing in Europe. So, we have created a network of farmers that are able to approach us whenever they have any issues, and we are tackling really wonky and surplus fruit problems, and also helping farmers, because they are often struggling, and there's so many different problems that they are experiencing. So it's good to be creating a product, but also have an impact on the environment and on the community.
Yeah. And so, like, if they came to you, would you develop a new product based on like a waste product kind of thing?
We have done it's mainly more of a collaborative kind of approach, where we have collaborated with kombucha brands, and they have taken some of that surplus stock, because we do want to use expertise, the expertise of other brands who actually know how to create, for example, kombucha or beer or cider, but simply just because we have 5 different ranges, we already have quite extensive portfolio of drinks, we say quite a lot of different fruit, apples, super berries like aronia berries that are extremely popular in Eastern European country, but not that maybe known in the UK, or strawberries, so oranges, etc. Now kind of introduced lemon lime juices in 1 liter carton. So there's a lot, and the issue is really, really huge. So we're just part of it, but it's great to be part of this huge problem.
Yeah, no, it's brilliant. And we go into supermarkets, and you kind of, I don't know, you want to get the pink lady apple because it, it's going to taste nice, and you'll pick the ones that look the most perfect because you're spending quite a lot of money on them. And it's it's good to know that kind of there's a way for the waste fruit, or those that aren't perfect, to come through. And if it is juicing them, there's like the perfect way. Put them into drinks. I love this. I think it's a brilliant kind of way of getting the goodness from turmeric, and obviously putting it with the black pepper is the perfect way to drink it, right?
It actually contains as well pepper, because that's how it empowers the actual turmeric, and the whole benefits of that. There are definitely, some other shot brands on the market, but as I said, we have created completely different shot range, which is not too strong. So you can kind of start, getting used to drinking shots rather than, buying something that is super, super strong and, you're not able to basically actually digest it. And many people actually have, digestive issues, etc. And ginger is actually not so good for you when you have some digestion kind of issues, although if it's consumed in like specific amounts, it's much more appropriate, I would say.
Oh no, I think this is lovely. This is like, doesn't feel like a kind of, I don't know, like a health shot. It feels like a really nice drink.
You can actually use it in a tea, which is
Ooh.
a nice way to have like a warming tea as well in the evening. That's what I actually do now during cold season. My mother, she only drinks turmeric shots, and she has told me that this is one of the reasons why she's not getting cold. I was like, okay, hopefully that's the case.
I think we all need it at the moment, don't we? That protection from the flu. I saw Charlotte, you were nodding. You like this? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I'm already looking on the website.
Oh, amazing. We do have some variety packs as well on the website, so you can try all of those if you're keen, which is also good to see whether, there's a favorite.
And is it best to buy direct from you, from your website? Do you benefit the most from that? Or
Amazon, yes.
Or Amazon.
Amazon probably is the quickest way, but also our website, for sure.
Perfect. Cool. Thank you so much for joining us. It's so nice. This, like, obviously we've been talking through all the products, but it's such a lovely way to kind of connect the brand to like what we're tasting. Like, it's so important. I think.
Amazing idea. And yes, well, enjoy your evening, and
thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye, Corinne. Thank you so much.
Bye
See
now.
you. Oh, cool. Yeah, so that was your flawsome. I'm going to quickly, because I stopped with the shortbread. If you haven't tried it yet, I'm going to quickly show you. We're going to go back to that just because I want to give it enough love. But they are, they're not completely perfect. They are just beautiful, short, crumbly shortbread. So Christmas isn't Christmas really for me without having shortbread. I'm going to have like incredibly buttery, lovely, and I'm sorry, Kath and Tanya, you haven't got your box, but the shortbread's really good. Yeah, really, really nice. You can just, buttery, simple, so good. I think we've got one thing left. We might correct me in a minute, but we've got a rum. Right, this is why I got confused and didn't put a jar in, because there's so much. It's the rum. There we go. The rum and Seville orange butter. So at Christmas for us, we have to make 2 brandy butters because the traditional recipe that my grandma used to make has like demerara sugar in it, so it's got a bit of a crunch to it. But other people like it smooth, so we always make a brandy butter. So this is like a kind of take on a brandy butter. It's a whipped butter, and that's got Seville orange put through it, and then some really lovely spiced rum, Captain Morgan spiced rum, and then some Churchfield's salt. So that's a Churchfield's is like I'm not sure where they're based actually, but it's local to the producer. So this is made by Sean at Flavor and Fire, and he goes under lots of different brands because he's got 2 kids, Henry and Oscar. So he's got Henry's hot sauce, he's got Oscar's different range of sauces, and then this is the chef's confits. So this is his kind of preserves, chutneys, and then obviously he's got the butter too. He runs some chili awards as well, so he's got a brilliant palette. Also works with Ross and Ross Foods sometimes now as well, and Cotswold Gold. But this is a gorgeous butter, and you can put this on, you can put it on crumpets, you can obviously put it on toast, you can put it on your mince pie, you can serve it with your Christmas pudding. I thought earlier about if you were doing like the Good Food Show, and like it got served to me, but it was like a festive bread and butter pudding. So you could butter the bread with this. I used to make it. I've always made like bread and butter pudding as like a really quick dessert, because you literally just butter bread and then make an egg, sugar, milk custard, like literally just whisk that up and put it over the bread and bake it. Obviously you could put spices in there, you could put raisins and things like that, but we keep it really, really simple. But I was thinking you could butter the bread with this butter, which might be a bit of a waste, but I think it would be really lovely. So this is just a gentle kind of, it's not overly boozy. I'm gonna put that taste. And we've got really lovely butter. I actually love butter so much. And then you've got smooth, like it's icing sugar in there, obviously. And then the bitter orange, which is just coming through really, really nicely. You could almost do something like, if you've never fried your Christmas pudding before, if you've got leftover Christmas pudding, try frying it. And if you put some of this butter in there, it would go really like caramelized kind of. I think that could be really, really nice. What else could we do with it? I wrote some ideas down. Obviously, I can't get to my piece of paper now because I've got my dates on here. I've got my vanilla. Has anyone? What about you, Archie? Have you got any ideas for this butter? Or have you not been able to try it because it's got booze in it? What do you think, Archie?
Maybe with some ice cream and meringue in it.
Ooh, yeah, you could put sandwich meringues, couldn't you, with it? Sounds good. Posh crumpets. You could eat it with a croissant and then with some hot chocolate or some coffee. I'm sure I had a better idea. Have a look. No, I didn't. Put on crumpets, put into porridge. Yeah. It's a weird concept for some. If you don't eat brandy butter, I guess it might be a bit of an odd one. I like it. So yeah, so that's the chef's confit. And one, I don't think she's here, but one of my lovely subscribers actually bought to me at the Good Food Show one of his Oscars, the same Flavour and Fire, one of his hot sauces, which is really gorgeous. Sharing her find with me. I welcome finds coming to me as well, if you ever my way. Cool. So that was the last one. I think we've covered everything. So I'm just going to quickly talk through. We've got the gorgeous Brett's crisps. I'm going to do this in alphabetical order. We've had the Flavour and Fire rum and orange butter. Which is lovely. Flawsome, that was the lovely Karina with their turmeric shots. And they do ginger ones. There's a strawberry one as well. Their website's really good. I think they do like subscriptions and things. So I just love the concept as well of that whole wonky fruit, saving wonky fruit. We've got our lovely Christmas marmalade from Dorset with that. And then we've got our potatoes. The heaviest thing. The roasted potatoes from Harry and Percy's. They are sold. I didn't tell you where they're sold. They're sold in Ocado. So if you want to purchase them, they do like mashing potatoes. They'll do roasted potatoes. They do salad potatoes. So they're finding potatoes for the right kind of, what you want to do with them. So that's Harry and Percy. And then the XO sauce from Miam Jars is gone. There. Miam Jars. And that was the XO mushroom XO sauce. And then Monty's mustard. Yeah, that was the 12 Days of Christmas mustard. And then go to the next page, make sure I don't lose any. That lovely shortbread, the lemon one, and the original. And yeah, as I said, don't like if you did order any of the rosemary, it's really, really good with cheese. We've had the olives Italian, mixed nuts with that smoky bacon, pigs in blankets theme. The beautiful Potion de Vie vanilla extract, which I'm really excited to hear. That's the little bottle. Really excited to see what you guys do with it, and if it is just putting it into cream, so be it, or vanilla. Ice cream. Rish's gorgeous drink. That's sparkling hibiscus with pineapple and the ginger in there as well. Nice and spicy. We eat spices at Christmas because it was always, you celebrate. It's time of kind of extravagance and celebration. So spices are there prevalent in Christmas dishes because we're celebrating. Let's use our most expensive, lovely things. And then our gorgeous dates from Rootab Dates that I have chopped up and moved. And can't show you a box. Oh, they are. Lovely dates that I've mashed up. The Rootab Dates. Really lovely guys as well that sell them. They're at Bath Christmas Market at the moment selling their hearts out. So yeah, Rootab Dates. And then Tired Mum's Coffee. That was the lovely Laura that we met. And don't be, obviously she's the it's they are Tired Mums, it's for everyone. They're just really great, coffee saucers and roasters, and the Elphinstone blend, so lovely Christmas little theme to that. And then the Umami Bros, that's the last one. So that's the Kewpie style Japanese kind of umami packed mayo. So that is the end of that whirlwind tour. Hopefully you have found some really cool things to take you through the festive season. Any questions or favorites you want to share?
I think it's just a fabulous box, Katie.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Makes the hard work worth it. Make it.
It's got some really, really good stuff in it.
Oh, thank you.
Shortbread's definitely really good.
Oh, good. Thank you. Yeah, oh, go for it. Archie, have you got something to say? Or Zena? Zena, you can come on too. So.
Hello.
What are we
I
going to do?
really like the box. I think that out of all of it, my favourite would be the mustard, and my favourite sweet thing would be the butter.
Ooh, like that. Cool. I look forward to seeing. You can just enjoy it, but I'll make sure you're in. We've got the Facebook group. I don't know if you go into that, but yeah. If you make anything with any of it or just enjoy it, let me know. That'd be great. And if you get ideas, I can share them in the Facebook group as well. So I know you like your cooking. Oh, that mustard in a Scotch egg would be pretty good, wouldn't it? Or with a Scotch egg, or blended in with the meat, maybe. I don't know. Cool. So I hope you have enjoyed it and met some of the makers and found out a bit more about what makes all the things special. And the next box will be March. I hope you have a really lovely Christmas, and please do share. I love it when you share things, even if sometimes if I don't reply, it's literally I've thought about it and I'm like, oh my god, that's amazing, and then I get distracted and go on to the next thing. So I really do appreciate any shares, and like if you tell me about what you've been making. So thank you very much, and have a lovely Christmas. Thank you guys. Bye, Catherine.
Thank you, Katie.
Thanks for coming. You're welcome.
See you later, bye.
Okay,
Thank you. See you on Sunday, Julia.
Yes. Yes, see you on Sunday. We're making roast lamb, I think.
Yes, I don't know if any of this will go with it or not, but
No, I'm looking forward to using this mushroom sauce. I love
Good.
mushrooms, so this is just like amazing for me. So yeah,
no,
yeah.
perfect.
Really good box, really nice selection of different things.
Good.
I'm going to wrap some of them up for Christmas presents.
Yeah, no, good idea. They do make good
Mm.
gifts.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
You're
you
so
for hosting
welcome.
the tasting session.
Merry
Uh,
Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you
Bye.
guys. Thank you. Thank you so
Take
much for
care.
that
Merry
necklace. See you,
Christmas.
Julian.
Bye.
Yeah, super, super kind. Thank you. Mhm. Just spoon it straight into the mouth. I'm just looking at some of these notes in here. I love the sentence on the packet: once open, consume within 2 days and then buy more. Cute. Right, I'll go. Thank you so much. See you soon.
Bye.